And I'm the Children's Merchandise Manager, and we're lucky enough here to be able to introduce the Carter's Retail Marketing Team, who will walk you through step by step how to merchandise the Carter's shops.
Hello from Carter's. I'm Bridget Stray. Founded in 1865, Carter's has dressed generations of children. It all began when William Carter decided to knit mittens in his kitchen. Today, Carter's is the #1 children's brand, selling over 10 products for every child born in the U.S. We provide trusted products that are super comfy, easy care, adorable, and don't break the bank. Every Carter garment is thoughtfully created with a particular purpose and consumer in mind. Let's review some of our key product categories and the most effective ways to merchandise them on your selling floor.
Good morning. I am Debbie Brophy with Carter's. I am here to introduce the Starters program. Carter's Starters is a variety of clothing and accessories designed for the newborn baby. This category is offered in a boy, girl, and neutral palette and consists of bath items, bibs, gowns, blankets, and 3-piece layette sets, all of which are designed to meet baby's needs. This vital category is best merchandised by gender, so mom can easily view, shop, and select the products that she needs quickly. Larger sized items are placed on the fixture to anchor the presentation. Smaller sized items, such as bibs and washcloths, are placed near the top of the fixture, as well as in areas of open space. This is a replenishment program that is updated annually.
Hi, I'm Robin Colton with Carter's, here to introduce the Littles Collections. Carter's Little Collections are beautifully themed programs developed with the gift getter in mind. Attention to details such as top stitching and trims and premium fabrications give this category that extra special touch. The hang tag on each garment will help you identify each collection. These collections should be merchandised by gender, hanging on a designated Carter fixture or traditional Sears fixtures on your selling floor. Carter's Sleep and Plays are versatile footed garments that take baby from daytime activities into night. Sleep and Plays are available in a variety of fabrications including interlock, terry, and microfleece, in a wide assortment of colors, prints, and solids. This category is best merchandised on a designated Carter fixture, traditional Sears fixture, or back wall by fabrication and then gender. The entire Sleep and Play presentation should be signed with a single price point of $7.98.
Carter bodysuits are one-piece undergarments with an easy in and out snap feature. They are a staple item in baby's wardrobe and are painstakingly created with baby's comfort in mind. Carter bodysuits are available in long sleeve and short sleeve styles in a wide array of assorted prints and solid. Consumers can purchase Carter bodysuits in a variety of pre-packs, from a single slogan bodysuit to a multi-5-piece pack combination. This is a core category and designed to be merchandised on a designer Carter fixture or traditional Sears fixture by pre-packed, price point, and separated by gender. This simple but effective presentation allows consumers to find what they are looking for quickly.
Our Carter products are designed to mix and match to best meet our consumers' needs. Organizing and signing the Carter product clearly in a defined, easy-to-process presentation will enhance the overall shopping experience for our consumers. As mentioned previously, please refer to the garment hang tags as a guide in determining a product category. On behalf of all of us at Carter's, thank you.
Hi, and welcome to Fashion 360. I'm Tracy Sarah, the Merchandise Manager for Intimate Apparel. Today we are in the Intimate Apparel department to talk about panty tables. Stores can have from as few as 6 tables in a small store to as many as 15 tables in a large store. These tables can be positioned both in aisle and on pad in the department as directed by the typical. 36-inch round tables with a tablecloth, riser, and panty form are used for panty table programs. The top tier is used for signing and the panty form. Each table will have a 7x5.5 sign writer sign with either the deal pricing, an example of 3 for $15, or the current promotional sign. All tables should have a 7x5.5 sign writer sign on them. The other two tiers are used for merchandising panties. Each table is merchandised by brand. Each panty is ticketed with a matchbook ticket which has the program name on it, such as Sadie and Lulu. All panties with the same matchbook will be merchandised on the same table. There is a listing of all panty table programs in the monthly MSP with a picture of the matchbook to help assist with merchandising your panty tables. Panties should be merchandised in stacks by style, color, or pattern. Larger sizes on the bottom, smaller sizes on the top. Do not overlap stacks, fan out panties, or fold panties in half on the tables. Each stack should be placed on the table with the waistband facing on the outside of the table and the front of the panty facing upward. If there is a logo or a design on the back of the panty should be placed with the back of the panty facing upward. When you recover the panty tables, you should look to see if the panties are in stacks by color or pattern, and are they facing in the right direction. Is there damaged product that needs to be sent to the RTV room for disposition? And please make sure that all tables are signed with the 7 by 5.5 sign writer sign. Hanging bras and panties use a 16-arm mini quad used specifically in intimate apparel. Each rack should be signed with a 24 by 5.5 brand sign if available, and a 7 by 5.5 sign writer sign. Each rack is merchandised by brand as directed by planogram or MSP setup page. When merchandising this rack, you should follow the planogram. The first row would be the front of the rack, and you would merchandise the rack to the right, ending on this side. The planogram or setup page will list the item numbers that should be located on each arm. Bras are merchandised from smallest band and cup size to largest band and cup size. An example would be from a 34B to a 36B, 38B, 34C, and so on. All bras are merchandised by style and color. Panties and shaper are also merchandised from the smallest in front to the largest in back. Each arm should be 13 inches apart to accommodate the size of the product. Make sure the product is not touching the floor. Camisoles, shapewear, and some full or figured panties and bras may need to be adjusted according to the length of the product. Adjust this product where needed, but do not extend past 63 inches high. Let's continue to talk about the standards for the bra and panty racks. Some brands will fashion colors. These items are not always listed on the planograms, however, there should be a place labeled on the planogram to place these items. They will be labeled as fashion items, fashion of the month, or abbreviated as FOTM. When placing a fashion item on the selling floor, look for the brand and the style that match the fashion item and place on the arm designated on the planogram. Limit the number of items you put on each arm. You never want the merchandise to extend out from the end of the arm. Take excess inventory into the stockroom. Once the rack is set up, place the planogram or MSP page into a page protector and place it in the center of the rack. When recovering this area of the selling floor, you should look for the following. Is there product hanging on the incorrect rack? Place it on the correct rack. Are there bras and panties merchandised by size within each color? Is there loose product that needs to be rehung and then replaced on the fixture? Is there damaged or non-sellable product that needs to be sent to the RTV room for disposition? Box bras are merchandised on this box bra fixture. Some stores may use a universal hang-fold fixture. Each fixture should be signed with a 24 by 5.5 brand sign, if available, and a 7 by 5.5 sign writer sign. Each fixture is merchandised by brand as directed by planogram, and placed on the selling floor as directed by the typical. When merchandising this fixture, you should follow the planogram. The planogram will list the item numbers that should be located on each shelf. This product is merchandised by style from top to bottom of fixture. Box bras should be merchandised from smallest band and cup size to the largest band and cup size. An example would be from a 38C, 40C, 38D, 40D, and so on. Some styles will be placed with more than one facing on this fixture. You should adjust the amount of product on each shelf as inventory dictates from top to bottom. When working with a branded product, Exquisite Form and Playtex, you will see the brand style number on the planogram to assist in merchandising this product. This product is not labeled with a Sears item number. The style number can be found on the top of the package. Box bras should be replenished on a weekly basis to ensure the customer can always find her size. Box bras should be back tagged, following the back tagging guidelines on the Sears retail intranet. When we're covering this area of the selling floor, you should look for the following. Is there merchandise out of the packaging that needs to be reboxed? If you can't locate the box to replace the product on the selling floor, open the help ticket in Intimate Apparel under Operations and Processes with the brand, Sears or manufacturer's item number, and the size in order to order a new box. Is there product that is damaged or non-sellable that needs to be sent to the RTV room for disposition? And is the rack signed with the appropriate signing? That's it for today from Fashion 360 in Intimate Apparel.
Hi, welcome to Sears Fashion 360. I'm Diane Anderson, and we're going to talk about Division 18 Intimate Apparel Clearance. Division 18 consists of bras, panties, and shapewear. We are in Southland, and joining us is Marisol Perez, the MCA lead. Now let's talk about price change strategy. Price changes, otherwise known as PCNs, permanently change the selling price of merchandise. It is important that we execute PCNs per the price change process that is located in the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. For today's video, we are going to focus on actual process, but on how to merchandise, size, and sign this product. The apparel PCN puts merchandise into 3 clearance phases: initials, subsequent or subs, and clearaway, otherwise known as end of season. These programs are identified by markdown color tickets that are placed on merchandise and direction given in the weekly clearance snapshot. Let me show you examples of different color tickets. Marisol will show you the pink, which is initial markdowns, yellow, subsequent or subs, intermediate markdowns, and green, final markdown, used only at the end of the season. During this video, we will show you the process from the initial mark to the floor presentation. It is important to know weekly clearance snapshot identifies the ticket color is to be used for each PCN. Proper staffing and training is key to ensuring markdowns are taken timely, accurately, and set to the proper floor location and signed. Before we start to speak to clearance execution standards, let's discuss the correct placement of the color ticket on the product. As Marisol is demonstrating, when doing pink ticket initial markdowns, place the sticker next to the original price. You never want to cover the original price, as this allows the customer to see the value of the new price to the original price. As you can see, she has placed the pink ticket above the price on the front of the panty on the matchbook tag. Once again, always follow the proper process when taking PCNs as outlined in the process located on the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. Next, Marisol will demonstrate yellow ticket, subsequent, or sub-markdown placement. The yellow ticket is always placed directly on top of the pink ticket. If a second yellow markdown is taken, overlay that yellow ticket with the new yellow ticket price. For the final end-of-season green ticket markdown, simply place the green ticket over the yellow ticket. Lastly, when marking the ticket, as Marisol is showing you here, you should always see on the ticket, regardless of the color, the month the markdown was taken and the percent off original price. The first step in the clearance process occurs as you are taking the actual markdown. It is sorting while marking. We are going to show and discuss the process. Marisol is now going to demonstrate taking markdowns. Now let's show you why the rolling rack process is so critical. Marisol is marking down. As she is marking, you will notice she is placing the items on the rolling rack and then behind the correct size ring. In Intimate Apparel, we have 2 specialty size rings, one for panties and one for bras. With bras, the size ranges from size 32 to 42 and above. As you can see, Marisol has sorted. This will now make it easier as she now takes the product to the clearance area. When an item goes to clearance, it is taken off its current rack and merchandised within its designated clearance area by price point or percent above $9.99. Bras and panties do not get positioned by color ticket. Pink, yellow, or green tickets are mixed and set by single price point or percent above $9.99. This is different from what we do in men's, ready-to-wear, and kids. Clearance areas should be squared off. See your typical or your weekly clearance snapshot for current placement. If you have percent off bras above $9.99, bras are positioned in the front of the clearance area with price points behind them or next to them. If you do not, you will lead off with your price point bras. Panty tables next to or behind the bras. Slips and shapewear clearance is to sit behind the bra and panty clearance. A quick tip, do not place clearance on back walls. When sorting and fixturing, capacity and organization are the key to quick and profitable sales. So using the correct fixturing is crucial and intimate. When using a 16 or 32 arm intimate clearance rack, clearance must be triple hung, sorted by size, and using size rings on each arm. When using straight racks made out of ladders and spanner bars, all bars must be sized with size rings. The perfect setup would be 32, 34 on the first rail, 36 on the second, 38 on the third, and 40 above on the fourth. A quick tip, 1 to 2 sets of ladders and 4 spanner bars can create 32 to 64 feet of lineal merchandise. When signing, bras and panties will be signed by price point up to $9.99, product, and then by percent off over $9.99. End of season clear away will be instructed by the weekly clearance snapshot. When signing in your clearance area in intimate apparel, you will always use a 7 by 5.5 sign with the clearance sign topper. When you're doing your ladders, you want to make sure that you have a sign in the front and in the back as well. Slips and shapewear and bras over $9.99 will be signed by percent off. Now let's discuss how to maintain clearance. First is ready all day, ready all night. As Marisol is showing, how your clearance racks look every day is critical to enticing a customer to shop them. A well-organized signed and sized rack is key. Always ensure that the items are on the hanger, bras and shapers hooked, and panty tables sized and stacked. Ensure that the size ring matches the sizes on the rack. If you find sizes that are not to be on the rack, remove them and locate them to the correct area. The ticket price should match back to the sign and keep silhouettes together. Some more quick tip videos. Clearance should always be treated with the same respect as new merchandise. It is highly profitable when marked down. Always read and follow the clearance snapshot. If you need further information on merchandising or signing, clearance standards can be found on At a Glance internet site. Lastly, always follow price change process when taking hard marked PCNs. This process can be located on the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. This is your quick video tips on intimate clearance. I would like to thank Marisol and the Southland team for hosting us today. This is Diane Anderson for Fashion 360. Hi, welcome to Fashion 360. I'm Diane Anderson, and today I'm going to talk about the Intimate Apparel Monthly VOM, or Very Old Merchandise process. Now let's get started. Let's get started with the strategy. Division 18 VOM will now be marked down at the beginning of the VOM write-off month. PCNs will be issued and executed the first week of every fiscal month. An action planner will be sent to the stores to identify the process as a reminder. Due to this process, Division 18 VOM is no longer eligible for the stores to take on the 15th of the month additional markdowns. The markdowns have been taken for the stores already. Now we want to talk about the process. The first week of the month, a PCN will be issued for the VOM in Division 18. Items will be marked to a 79-cent ending. The price points that the markdowns are taken at are 79 cents, $1.79, $3.79, and $5.79. Here is an example of the signing that can be found under Operational Division 18 VOM. Always use yellow ticket when taking a VOM markdown. Let's talk about how to take the VOM markdown. Before the associate marks the item to a 79-cent ending, have a rolling rack prepared for bras and a cart with boxes. The boxes will be used for panties that are identified by size, and bras will be identified by price and size. As you take the 79-cent ending markdowns, sorting by price, the size, and within price is key. Bras always sort by size and price, and panties will always sort by size only. You will have only 2 price points for panties, 79 cents and $1.79, that will be in a size range. One of the key tips for your VOM clearance markdown is to locate this packet under At a Glance, under Clearance, and it's the VOM markdown strategy. That's it for Fashion 360. Welcome to Sears Fashion 360. I'm Diane Anderson, and we're going to talk about clearance merchandise and standing standards for apparel. Apparel consists of ready-to-wear, men's, kids, fragrances, fashion accessories, and intimate apparel. Today we are in Southland, and joining us is Marisol Perez, Softlines lead. Now let's get started. Price changes, otherwise known as PCNs, permanently change the selling price of merchandise. It is important that we execute PCNs per the price change process that is located on the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. For today's video, we are going to focus not on the actual process, but on how to merchandise, size, and sign this product. The apparel PCN strategy puts merchandise into 3 clearance phases: initial, subsequent or subs, and clear away, otherwise known as end of season. These programs are identified by markdown color tickets that are placed on merchandise and the direction given in the weekly clearance snapshot. Let me show you examples of different color tickets. Pink, initial markdown. Yellow, subsequent or subs, intermediate markdown. Green, final markdown, only used at end of season. During this video, we will show you the process from the initial mark to the floor presentation. It is important to know, weekly clearance snapshot identifies what ticket color is to be used for each PCN. Proper staffing and training is key to ensuring markdowns are taken timely, accurately, and set in the proper floor location and signed. Before we start to speak to clearance execution standards, let's discuss the correct placement of the color ticket on the product. As Marisol is demonstrating, when doing ticket initial markdowns, place the sticker next to the original price. You never want to cover the original price, as this allows the customer to see the value of the new price to the original price. Once again, always follow the proper process when taking PCNs as outlined in the process located on the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. Next, Marisol will demonstrate yellow ticket subsequent markdown placement. The yellow ticket is always placed directly on top of the pink ticket. If a second yellow markdown is taken, overlay the yellow ticket with the new yellow ticket price. For the final end of season green ticket markdown, simply place the green ticket over the yellow ticket. Lastly, when marking the ticket, as Marisol is showing you here, you should always see on the ticket, regardless of the color, the month the markdown was taken and the percent off the original price. The first step in the clearance process occurs as you are taking actual markdown. It is the sorting while marking. We are going to show you and discuss the process from taking the item from pink through the process to green. Marisol is now going to demonstrate taking yellow subsequent or sub markdowns. As you can see, Marisol is setting up several rolling racks. Rolling racks are critical to utilize to ensure proper clearance execution. Let's walk the rolling racks first. On the end of the rolling rack is identified ticket color, in this case yellow, and the price point, in this case we have rolling racks for $9.99 up to 60%. On the rolling rack you will notice size rings of all sizes. Now let's show you why the rolling rack process is so critical. Marisol is marking down, and as she is marking, you will notice she is placing the items on the correct rolling rack and then behind the correct size ring. She is also behind each size ring, keeping tops together and bottoms together. As you can see, Marisol has sorted by price, size, and silhouette. This will now make it easier as she now takes this product to the clearance area. The rolling rack process is necessary when taking markdowns from yellow to pink and yellow to green. One note on kids, ensure that you always sort clearance by price point, separately within each gender and size range. Now that you have taken the markdowns and have your rolling racks, let's review proper rack standards and location. One key tip: unless noted in the MSP or weekly clearance snapshot, clearance merchandise should never be placed on walls. New pink product stays together on a rack and is not broken up or sorted by size into size rings if the entire rack gets marked down. Reason is this merchandise has the largest selection of sizes and colors for the customers to choose from. This merchandise needs to stay together by collection or classification and move to designated area per the MSP typical and the weekly clearance snapshot. This could be the front of the clearance area, or if it is seasonal product, it may need to stay in its current classification and move to the back area with regular merchandise in front of it. When part of the rack gets pink ticketed, products should be moved off the current rack and be combined with other clearance merchandise at the same price point or % off. Folded product is taken off tables if the table still has 60% regular price product. For yellow ticket subsequent or sub markdowns, you now have rolling racks sorted by price, size, and silhouette. This will assist you in setting the racks by pure price point or % off savings and size. Yellow ticket markdowns do not stay in its current location. It is placed in the clearance area behind pink ticket clearance racks. Let's now take the rolling racks we have processed and set them on the floor. We are now taking our $9.99 items and creating two racks, one of tops and one of bottoms. Always critical to sign immediately. We will talk about signing shortly. In this case, we have combined sizes on a rack. So we are placing our size rings at the back of the arm and placing the product in the front of the size ring. Notice as Marisol placed the product on the rack, she has kept the silhouettes together. We are now taking our up to 60% off yellow ticket product to a rack. In this case, we have a pure rack of tops all in one size. Notice that we are using a sign writer sign to show the customer the size that is available on the rack. Marisol and Adette once again are sorting the tops by silhouette and color. For the green ticket end of season markdowns, instructions are given in the clearance snapshot to include location on the floor as well as signing. Product is resorted by pure price point and size rings are used on the racks. So let's now review a few key elements for signing and sizing. This is the final step in the process. We already discussed sizing and Marisol showed us several examples of usage. However, this is a critical element for the ease of customer shopping. So let's review. Size rings are used when you have a rack that has multiple sizes on it. Marisol is showing you an example of using size rings on a quad rack. Notice how the size ring is placed at the back of the arm in a counterclockwise direction, beginning with small, medium, large, and ending with extra large. Now Adette is now showing us size rings on a rounder. Always place the product behind the size ring on a rounder or H-rack. If more size rings are needed, they can be ordered. Sign writer sidekicks are used only when the rack is a pure one size. Sign writer sidekicks are available in sign writer, operational signs, apparel sidekicks. Always placed in the left-hand side of the sign holder. Hanger donuts are critical to be on the hanger. This not only supplements the size ring or sidekick, it also makes it easy for the customer to shop as well as the MCA associate to straighten the rack. Now that we have our racks perfectly sized, let's discuss signing. Marisol is going to demonstrate the different elements that go into the sign holder. First, Marisol is placing the sign holder on the rack. Notice the black and yellow clearance topper. There are two types of inserts that will be used, price point and range sign. Occasionally, clearance will be promoted with an additional percentage off. If that is the case, utilize the appropriate clearance sidekick. Also located in Sign Writer are the menu signs that reflect the back to the percent off. This allows the customer to see the savings without having to do the calculations. Each business does have specific signing relative to price points. Always follow the checklist or clearance signing that is released with the weekly clearance snapshot. Now let's discuss how to maintain clearance. First, ready all day. As Marisol and Anna are showing, how your clearance racks looks every day is critical to enticing a customer to shop them. A well-organized, signed, and sized rack is key. Always ensure that the items are on hangers, zipped, belted, and buttoned. Ensure that the size ring or size sidekick matches the sizes on the rack. If you find sizes that are not to be on the rack, remove them and locate them to the correct rack. The ticket price should match back to the sign. Keep silhouettes together. Second is, as sell-down occurs, how to condense racks. When condensing racks, a best practice is to have a rolling rack with price point and size rings. This allows, as you are condensing the rack, to move quicker as well as understand what you own by price and size. Marisol has taken all the $9.99s to go back to a $9.99 rack, while Anna has condensed down to the $14.99 rack. You now have a perfect $14.99 filled rack. A few other key tips to remember. If an item on display gets marked down, remove this item from the display. Visual display collateral should never be used on clearance fixtures. Never mix ticket colors on racks unless directed. Clearance should always be treated with the same respect as new merchandise. It is still highly profitable when marked down. Never consolidate juniors, young men's, special sizes, kids, dress clothing, and dresses into a larger parent department. Keep it in its specific size and shop. Always read and follow the weekly clearance snapshot. If you need further information on merchandising or signing, clearance standards can be found on At a Glance internet site. Lastly, always follow the price change process when taking hard mark PCNs. This process can be located on the Merchandise and Pricing Super site. That is it for quick video tips on apparel clearance. I would like to thank Marisol, Odette, and Anna from the Southland Miami, Florida team for hosting us today. This is Diane Anderson for Fashion 360.
This is a 5-foot universal table, which has 3 tiers used for feature or trend handbags. Tables are placed in key traffic locations on carpet within the handbag department. The top tier is used for signing and visual collateral and a small presentation of product. You can find merchandising direction for each feature table in the monthly MSP. Handbags are merchandised horizontally by style and vertically by color. Smaller handbags should be on the middle tier, while the larger handbags should be on the bottom. After setting the table, the setup page should be placed inside a page protector and adhere to the underside of the table. This is important so that the associate replenishing the table will know what product belongs on the table and how it should look. Recovery is important for the handbag area. Make sure that all handbags are zipped, snapped, that the straps are tucked in behind or inside the bag, and make sure that all packaging material has been removed from the table.